I spent exactly an hour and a half in the original quest so that I could try my best to remember exactly how far VR has come. This week, I will have a Quest 3, and you better believe that we are repeating the exact same stream except with the Quest 3. That way we can get back-to-back comparisons and actually figure out, is the Quest 3 worth it for sim racing? Especially if you're already coming from a Quest 1, or the Oculus Quest as they call it. Now, to be honest, the main thing here is going to be obviously how easy is it to hook up? How seamless is it in that sense? How comfortable is it? And does it offer any advantages that are just plain old new? Something that you haven't seen before in a headset. Well, in order to do that, like I said, we have to test the Quest, and that's exactly what I did this last Friday. So let's take a trip down memory lane all the way back to 2019 where the Oculus Quest was brand new, and let's get some first impressions so that we're ready for the Quest 3. Ow. We are going to be attempting to race in VR today. I wonder if the original Quest, you can't do this anymore. I don't see why you couldn't. VR initialization error. Got the camera and the microphone and the headset and the other headset, the keyboard. And I even got a fan because if I don't, I'll die. It'll be like Singapore or Qatar. All right, what is this saying? Oh, I just never allowed it. No, that does not work. All right, well, I feel absurd, but I feel very stupid now. Okay. Facing the game. So you can kind of see what I'm dealing with. I hate this setup. It is so stupid. This is the first time I've done this, by the way. I will then figure out the audio. So I apologize, live viewers, where it started. I never got a Quest 2. I have borrowed Quest 2 from my friends before. Okay. Yeah, this will be nauseating. Ah, my head got stuck. Wow, this is terrible. It's so jittery. Does it look that jittery? It looks less jittery on the screen. All right, let's just see. Having to like, dude, it's so jittery. Having to look down to see my gear is throwing me off. Dude, it's so shaky. Ah, no. Ah, it's terrible. I will say, it looks, if I keep my head stationary, it's cool. It is really cool. I think that's the microphone. The mirrors are kind of lame because they just look like screens. But I mean, this will be amazing with the Quest 3. It should be, and it has no right not being. Maybe I'm sitting too far back. I can do without how jittery it is. I mean, I have the graphics card for this, and I do have another cable. So I could run, oh my god, it's up and down, it's terrible. Wow, wait, I shook my head really aggressively and it went away for the most part. Where is my time? Is it, oh, it's on my steering wheel. We're dealing with a 209 because that was terrible. Let's just set a good lap, see if it's possible. I know it's possible, but this is disorienting. I definitely am fighting it a lot. And all right, so that was a 126. I will say, if we're gonna talk about what the Quest 3 would feel like, I do feel like I'm looking down a tube. The jitteriness I can really live without. Overall resolution is no bueno. Like, the game itself I have no problems with, but how would you call it? Screen door. You know, I mean, that's why they call it that effect, because that's what it is. Because these have Fresnel lenses, the new ones will have pancake lenses. That was a late. Oh, turn in. I wonder also how much of this is camera shake settings. Does that do anything in VR? I shifted and it didn't shift, so that's fun. Felt nice to get that corner right finally. I'm really fighting this headset. What are we at? We're plus 5 seconds. Plus 6.6. And I can barely read that, by the way. Let's go to settings. Maybe if we turn graphics down. The distance is still very shaky. And honestly, I wonder if it's because I have the screen right here. I feel like I've changed enough settings. And let's just return. Alright, yeah. It is more playable. Makes sense because I got older hardware all around to me, my steering wheel. I think the newest thing here is the sim rig itself. This should be way more playable now though, so that's good. I would be interested to know what the rest of those, wow, that was terrible, settings look like with the NVIDIA stuff, because, okay, we got the ups and downs again. Let me recalibrate my face. 121. So changing settings, we got 5 seconds off, although I have no idea about track limits because it's just not popping up. Through the jitteriness, it is kind of hard to tell where the track limits are. And then also where the car is at any given moment. It's fine, we can recuperate. Just get over the jitters. At low speeds and through some corners, I feel like it's not rendering a whole lot, so it has moments of clarity, like right now. Wow, actually that's... No! So like right now, all things considered, it's pretty smooth. Like I can look at that guy, he's doing all right. Although everyone's pretty bored. They're all just kind of standing there. Actually, let's go to the pits. All right, how was I doing? I didn't get purple in any sector or green. I was 3 seconds off sector 1, 3 seconds off sector 2, 3 seconds off sector 3. So all around, just kind of slow. I will say in terms of comfortability, you can tell that you have weight, like going out about, I don't know, 3 inches or so. The forehead and right here on your cheeks, while this is nice and soft, all things considered, like the fact that I can push that and it's kind of like a trampoline, that is kind of where all the weight is at. And I'm hoping that with the Quest 3 it'll be much closer and actually, well, it will be much closer, but actually somewhat comfortable. Things work now. So I think we'll go somewhere else other than Imola, and we from there will, I don't know, I'll try to go to a track where there's less stuff and see if we can get even more performance. When I was over at my computer, there's not really a whole lot I can turn off. Now's the time to make up your mind, because I'm testing it, and we will see if it is worth it. I appreciate you, sir. Yeah, these cars are long. Look at all of them over there. What are you looking at? Who's behind us? Looks like a Mercedes. Who's in? Oh, sorry. Got a McLaren. The other Mercedes. No Red Bull up front. All right, 5-lap race. We'll deal with the problems because in less than a week we will have no more problems. We solved our problems with money somehow. All right, so obviously this was a live stream and I still haven't figured everything out yet. So, oops on my half. So you can't hear what I'm saying. Because of that, here's a montage. So, thoughts. I think I gave most of what I really have to say. The delay in announcement to release, I think, is worth it because I have had time to bust this out and see what we were dealing with before. The fact that it still works is impressive. It is uncomfortable, very stuttery, so it doesn't necessarily work properly, but it does work. It is wired. It has to be wired. Pass-through is terrible, and even on the Quest 2, when I borrowed that, it wasn't the best. Lenses are small. Screen door is real, and you are dealing with that. Field of view, you're staring through tubes for like toilet paper, paper towel tubes. Like you can see the circles. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, IPD is nice on this. Like the fact that you can set that, but the new one will have that adjustment as well. And I already have my measurements. Like I know how it's supposed to look. That will help a lot, by the way, if you're interested in getting into VR in general, is properly measuring the distance between your pupils and writing that down so that when you revisit a headset, you can pull up the number that you want it set at, set it to it, and you know that your eyes won't be strained because the lenses and the displays are set like too far apart or too close, because that will give you a headache. It does matter quite a lot. It's made this way more comfortable the last 3 or 4 times I've used it after I set that up. I think that's going to have to conclude today's test of the Oculus Quest and sim racing. So we are ready for it next week and the Quest 3. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the original Quest and how that works for sim racing. I will say thank you to F1 Legend for jumping in the chat. We talked for a little bit and we had a good time. If you want to tune in and be a part of that chat yourself, you can tune in every Friday, usually around 2 to 4 or 5 p.m. I'll be live, and I hope to catch you there. This weekend, we will be racing with the Quest 3. So I hope you're excited for that like I am. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Once again, shout out to everyone who's joined the chat the last couple weeks. It's been fun. I hope to see you there this Friday. I'll catch you in the next one.